we're cutting squares from fat quarters. It's super easy. You just give yourself a couple clean lines and then use the guide marks on your ruler to measure from there. We're cutting some little ones, some medium-sized ones, and some big guys, where I'm gonna show you a really fancy technique of butting up two rulers together in case your ruler isn't big enough. I'm not even using a single square ruler, even though square rulers are really fun, and I highly recommend always making extra sewing purchases when you can. But if you only have basic rulers, this is the tutorial for you. Join me. Let's cut some fabric. Okay, I'm making the Starling quilt, which uses fat quarters. I didn't have enough fat quarters, so I'm using random pieces of fabric and some yardage. Okay, the key to doing this is that you want your biggest cut of fabric on the bottom, just so you see what you're working with. Okay, here's another random piece. Oh, I got kind of a slice there. I'm gonna make a mental note. Another random piece, and then I actually do have two fat quarters. Go me! Okay, the best way to start cutting is to give yourself a nice clean edge. You know, typically if I were alone and no one was watching, I would probably just cut toward myself, but that's a no-no. You know, there are safer ways, okay? So to get myself that nice clean edge, I'm gonna take a second ruler, butt it up to this one, remove this ruler, and then safety off. Wow, look at me. I was even using a safety. I've really changed my ways. Ooh, okay, so I have 5 layers of fabric right here. Oh, look at that. What a pretty clean edge. Okay, I'm not even gonna finish this cut because I have bigger fabric hanging out over here and I just don't wanna slice through it. I just wanna keep it as big as possible. All right, let's give myself another clean edge. How about on the bottom? Because that's how my diagrams in the pattern are. I'm all over the place. When you got two rulers, I kind of feel like Edward Scissorhands. I'm like hitting myself. It's like all over the place. Okay, and Susie Ruler Hands, that's gonna be my new handle, my new YouTube channel of me just being ridiculous. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just turn my body, and I can still cut away from myself as I turn my body. But I wanna make a note that I'm using the guide marks on my ruler, these vertical guide marks, or I guess they're horizontal. It's all in how you look at it. Vertical to you, horizontal to me now, along this clean edge, and then I'm gonna cut here. So I know I have a nice perpendicular angle. Whoa. Whoa. 5 layers of fabric might be my max. Okay, I think I might have just hit my max. I'm just gonna fold this over. Maybe I'll take some scissors and just kind of cut these wonky bits, but for now I'm just gonna fold these over. Okay, so now I'm pretty much prepped and ready to go. Ooh, do you see this? What a yummy clean line. Okay, so now I'm just gonna look at the diagrams in the pattern to see what we're working with. This is my 5-layer pile. So right here in the corner, according to the diagram, I have a 10.5-inch square. Okay, my largest ruler is 8.5 inches. Oh my goodness, what am I gonna do? Okay, but lucky for me, I have 2 rulers, so I can do a nifty little trick. Do you see how my ruler tips are like kind of messed up? I don't know. I'm gonna blame that on a dog. Maybe a dog did it. Oh, I think I melted it. Yeah, don't put your irons on your rulers. So don't do that. Okay, so I know this is 8.5 plus 10.25. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think I need 1. Oh no, you're gonna have to watch me do math on camera. Okay, 8.5 plus 1.5 is 9.5. Plus another half for 10 plus 1/4. Okay, we did it. We got there. People, we got there. Okay, there's the line. Here's another. Okay, so right here, you see this fun little trick? So right now I know from my edge to this edge is 10.25. Very cool. You can do that just with your 2 Edward Scissorhand rulers. Okay. I'm gonna flip this just so I can continue on with my math because I want this bottom edge to also be 10.25. Do you see that? So I know in 2 cuts, 10.25. I know I can get my 10 1/4 inch square like that without having a square ruler. I mean, obviously square rulers are fun. I highly recommend just buying all the rulers, but if you know, you are starting out, or if you're like, no, I'm a minimalist, you don't need that. Should we just double check my math? Because my math is usually wrong the first 2 times. Yes, I'm gonna double check my math and then we'll cut back. I keep snapping. Okay, I'm back. I double checked my math. We were right the first time, guys. Way to go, us. Okay, in one foul swoop, I'm just gonna cut this square. Here we go. Wow, that was pretty. Let's see if I actually pierce through it all. Whew, got a couple threads. Look at that. Yum, I love a clean square. It's just so good. Okay, set this off to the side. Pew. All right, now we need 6 inches down here. How about I just go ahead, I'm just gonna go ahead and chop myself off the rest of this chunk. I could have just done that, you know, before I moved my square, but this is gonna make it easier for me to get my next cuts. Okay, so here are my 4 7/8 cuts. And then here are my 6 inch. Okay, so for the 6 inch, I am going to just line up the 6 inch mark at the bottom and on the sides. Perfect. Should we just count together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because sometimes I don't trust my ruler. I don't know, things go wrong. Slicey, slicey, all the way down. Okay, now this I'm just gonna let just fall away. I'll deal with that later. This is how things get messy. Okay, we're gonna deal with you later, but we're gonna deal with you now. Beautiful. Alrighty, now I'm gonna keep lining things up. 6 inch square. Okay, so I have 3 edges now that I can use on my ruler. I got 6, and I need 3 of these. Oh no. Let's see here. I felt like I had committed to the Spanish counting when I said uno, and I don't know, I give up. 6 inches. Okay, we got 3. Trace, I should say that. That's so pretty. It's looking so pretty. Oh, this is gonna be Yum Central, guys. Yumtown, USA, here we come. Okay, I got my 6 inch squares, cool. All right, now all that's left is the 4 7/8. Easy peasy. Okay, I'm gonna go back to this ruler. Don't get scared by 7/8. It's a weird little fraction, but I'm just gonna make sure that everything is still in line, because sometimes when you're moving things around, your fabric, you know, if you're dealing with layered fabric, it just shifts, you know. Here we go, here we go. I'm just measuring, just making sure it's lined up. And then this is really the mark that I'm looking at. The 4 7/8 right here. Yeah, okay, got it. So basically it's almost 5, but it's like a little shy. Just a little bit shy. Boom. I'm gonna cut both of my vertical strips. There's no wrong way. You could just go ahead and slice those into squares. But just because I already have my fabric oriented this way, I'm just gonna go ahead and keep doing it one more time. Slicey, slicey, get out of here. We don't want you. I'm gonna rotate you both. Hello. Hello, cuties. Oh, look what I could even do. I can even line them up like this. Double time, shortcut, cutting hack. If I knew how to do cool graphics, I'd have like a big flash, like cutting hack. Okay, here we go. 4 7/8. Something's wrong. No, nothing's wrong. Okay, we're just gonna have some extra 4 7/8. And do you like how I immediately was just like, I messed up? I'm like counting on it. I tell you what, I struggle to do multiple things at once, and talking and cutting, oh my goodness, it's like max out, just totally maxing out my brain right there. So there we go. Bring you back in. Where did you come from?
And then here are my 6s. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep doing it. Cutting for this Starling quilt is, dare I say easy peasy? I dare, I totally dare.